Some of the key reasons I want to make this film, one, I felt that I'd never really got to see the country when I was serving on operations in Afghanistan, but also because I just was curious to see the point of view of Afghan people.
The aim behind this film was to showcase the other side of Afghanistan to a wider audience. I remember telling James and Marty to prepare yourselves for being exposed to an experience you have probably never had in Afghanistan, because we will have a deep dive into the lives and places we go, and it was quite special. Give us a discount.
Look at Kabul. It's absolutely amazing. I don't know, they're just there are the kites being flown. Little kids flying the kites, and look at that TV hill. This country is, don't fall down there. This country is amazing. Did you see that? I thought I was falling off the 16th floor. If you look at almost every documentary made, if you look at the media, whenever they do an interview, it's always a general or a senior politician from either side, from the Afghan side or the British or American side. You never hear the voice of a street trader or someone from a university, someone young, or someone from just a farming community, rural areas of Afghanistan. It's always these high-powered people that get rolled out. And the other thing is, because Dad was there in the 1980s, he had these amazing photos because as a member of the press corps, they didn't have limitations. They were living with the Mujahideen and able to go everywhere. And through the stories Dad's told me, I've always known that the country has so much more to offer than just war. So I got in touch with two friends of mine that I've worked with before, but particularly Marty Stalker, who's an incredibly talented film director and cinematographer. And I said to Marty, look, I think I can raise a small amount of money to go to Afghanistan, and I think it's going to be a really interesting journey. Would you be happy to come along with me and help me make this film? And he jumped at the chance.
Right in the crotch. Get it into you. Get it into you.
Just watch the map box. He's using it as a snowplow.
I was using it as a... Thank you, Luke.
Marty's really the perfect person to make this film with, because he used to be in the Royal Marines and has already operated in Afghanistan. So he understands the country, he knows the danger, but he's also one of the top cinematographers in current times. The pictures he captures in very difficult, dangerous moments are very hard to match. And then, of course, I realised that you're not going to get to grips with a country like Afghanistan unless you have somebody that really knows it, has local knowledge, is from the country. And I've been tracking Khyber Khan's work for years as a drone cinematographer. He became famous for his Unseen Afghanistan. When I finally spoke to Khyber again in 2020 and said to him, look, this is not backed by a broadcaster, we're not going to be able to pay ourselves, we're just going to have to see what happens and travel around the country and do our best efforts to make a film. He was straight away, like Marty, put his hand up, I'm on the team, I want to be part of this because I want to show you my country, because he also believes that documentaries about Afghanistan haven't done the country justice or shown people from the provinces outside of Kabul.
I was kind of tour guide, translator, sort of a cultural consultant, in addition to being a filmmaker. So seeing their reactions to everyday Afghanistan was fun. Whoa! Snälla, I'm
He's perfect because he understands Brits. He's British, Afghan. He grew up in Afghanistan, forced to leave there at a very young age. But he has such strong family and personal connections, and he's been going back filming in Afghanistan for the last 10 years. So he's able to get the permissions very quickly. He knew who to speak to on the ground to get quick logistics set up to fix things and make things happen. Khyber was able to get things done just literally overnight, spin up a whole filming operation in a different part of Afghanistan, using his connections and his charm, and the fact that he's a well-known filmmaker in Afghanistan. For me, it was the perfect team, and I didn't want anyone else on the journey because I knew that we'd have to be agile, we'd have to move quickly, it's going to be dangerous, we could become targets, we want to minimise having the number of Westerners, so it was only ever Marty and I as the Westerners in the production team. In somewhere like Afghanistan, you always need to be able to fit the filmmaking team and your kit into a Toyota Corolla, because that's the safest way to get around in like a local taxi. And if you can get your kit in and your whole team, then you can get in and out of a situation safely and unnoticed. I always felt as a Westerner, it's better to try and fit in and not be noticed. And that's what Khyber told us. That's what my dad did in the 80s, just wear local clothes. And so we just had this amazing fitting experience where we went to this tailor and had the full shalwar kameez made, a couple of sets made for Marty, myself and Khyber.
Once they were in traditional clothing and we were out and about, they blended really well. For example, in the markets, no one could tell they were foreigners and were even greeted in Farsi. Eventually we gave them nicknames. We named James as Panshiri and Marty as Nuristani.
Any thoughts on James's camera work?
He looks like a local guy from Panjshir, just running around, trying to get his cinematic shots. Look at him, look at him, look at him, look at him.
I think he's got a spear in his hand.
Yeah.
Spearing the kids.
It's a nice one.
Yeah.
Go!
Breathing. All right. Can see some cricket.
Okay, we got a group playing serious cricket on that.
Not as fit as I think at this altitude.
You're tired?
Oh, it's a thrill, running around at 1,000 metres above sea level. I felt it on the climbs on the cycle as well. Just that slight difference in sea level. All right. Are they playing cricket over there?
Yeah,
excellent.
There's a team, they're playing serious cricket.
Serious cricket?
Yeah, according to him.
Right.
Ready?
I'm ready. I am ready. We are coming.
It was winter when we went to Bamiyan. It's like an open-air museum and one of my favorite cities in Afghanistan. It's rich with history and has stunning landscape for explorers, hikers, and I would say even for creators, filmmakers and photographers. The trip in Bamiyan was packed with activities. We hiked to the base camp of Shah Foladid, which is one of the highest peaks in central Afghanistan.
Bamiyan province is somewhere I've always wanted to go because I know the mountains are beautiful there, but it's well known to have this community of people that ski. But I was not expecting to meet a family just so incredible as the Mohammadis. And the Mohammadi family turned up on the side of this mountain with all their skis on top of their vehicle, and they were just unbelievably friendly, lovely people. And the story really started and wrote itself there on that mountainside. We went skiing, we climbed up and down the mountain 4 or 5 times. This was really difficult. And then Mr. Mohammadi invited us in for tea. At one point I was about to say to the rest of the team, like, we don't have time for this. But in the end, we're like, these people are so pleasant. Let's just keep filming. Let's understand their life a bit better. And thank God we did, because as fate would have it, we ended up trying to get Rihanna out of Afghanistan when the country fell. And, you know, we never foresaw how important a character she would be. So it was one of those things that was unplanned and, you know, probably has changed all of our lives, because, you know, we've made good friends. But, you know, for the rest of that summer when the country fell, everything I was focused on was trying to help get them out of the country, because they faced so much danger. There is no doubt in my mind that the Taliban would have killed her father and they would have married her off into the Taliban ranks and should have disappeared off and never been heard of again.